Jermaine Burton, raise your hands and get questions in. We'll start with Nick Kelly.
Hey Jermaine, over here. Sorry. So obviously, when you play receiver, drops are going to happen. But as a group, what things are you guys doing to work on making sure those are minimized as much as possible this season?
That is definitely a good point. And so we really taking the issue into our own hands and staying after practice. Doing whatever it takes, getting on the jug machines. Doing drills with the weight of like a 2-pound ball. A lot of stuff like that, but mainly just repetition of it, just catching. Because you're not going to get all the catches you need in practice, so it's up to you to stay after practice and make sure you get the good amount of catches you need.
In the middle with Tony.
You led all the receivers in yards last year, but you haven't really gotten the hype this offseason. Do you kind of feel like you're being slept on heading into your second season with the team?
Considering all outside noise and whatnot, it's natural. People are going to talk the outside news media, but at the end of the day, we still have one goal, and that's to win. So, it doesn't matter. I'm not really focused on, how many yards I have or any touches or touchdowns or anything like that. Pretty much if I can do the most minimum, but at the end of the day get a national championship with this team, I'll do it. So, it's all about just pretty much how much we can contribute, and we have a lot of people that can contribute this year. So, look forward to it.
Over here with Charlie.
You obviously are working with multiple quarterbacks, but just how have you seen the chemistry come along with all those guys?
I've seen them all working. There's definitely a different drive in that room. I love the way they're working. I love the way they're trying to all communicate. We're just all leaving it up to them, to just come up with that chemistry and just waiting on the right amount of time just for it to click.
No, with Matt.
Which side likes the first day in full pads more, the offense or defense?
I'm gonna be honest, that's a tough question because we both, it's like we both all love it. So the defense, they're definitely gonna bring the energy, always every day with pads or not. So as an offense, we just love that kind of competitiveness because we're gonna see it in the season. So anytime we can all go at it, and make each other better, we all look forward to it.
Stay in the middle with Mike.
So what's been different this year with Tommy as offensive coordinator? Just has anything changed with your role in the offense?
Tommy, he definitely brings a light to that room. His energy, a guy that we can all trust, lean on as a coach. Even as well as not being a coach, just even maturing into a young grown man. He's definitely somebody that we look up to and really trust with his offense, and really listen to because he's just one of those guys. He just when he talks, you want to listen. Like he just brings that attitude and energy to us. So we're gonna do whatever we can to go 100% behind him.
In the front, Kate.
You talked about there's a lot of guys that can contribute. There's not a lot of upperclassmen in the receiver room, so maybe who are some of the younger guys that people should kind of keep an eye on throughout fall camp as the season starts?
I'm this is 100% honest. Each and every last young guy we have in that receiver room have had the potential to be something, that it's just wasn't expected from anybody. And I really look forward to seeing how those guys work because how much we do every day, and how much they are young. So it's a lot on them, and to see them really fight through adversity when they're tired, and even ask questions. That's really my main thing is when I see young guys asking questions. Like that's really my motive of even going even harder because when a young guy asks questions, it just goes to show that they want to learn, that they want to be more involved, and that's what these young guys do. They want to work and they want to know, they want to ask questions and be more involved and have that role.
Cody.
As a receiving core, are there challenges there when there are multiple quarterbacks getting first team reps, and does that add maybe pressure on some of you guys to just execute no matter who's throwing the ball?
Pretty much, basically whichever quarterback is in, it's our job as a receiver and as for that quarterback to go 100% regardless and, execute that specific play. So we really try to, slow more down on just trying to just go and, really slow down and look at the play and execute each play by play.
Over here with Charlie.
You guys are going to have your first scrimmage on Saturday. As a receiving core, what do you guys look to prove in that moment?
Pretty much, we're still in the midst of creating our identity. So at the end of the day, we just look forward. We're trying to keep our tempo up. Trying to just go 100%, focus on each play and executing each play because you know, looking plays ahead or skipping plays ahead or trying to just look forward into the, you know, it can make you fall off track. So I feel like just us taking it slow, each play by play, and making sure that we can execute each play is the main goal.
Stay here with Nick.
Yeah, when you're in the second year of the program, you've been here, you know, kind of taking your first lap, so to speak, and now you get to work toward the second year. What are some of the differences you've noticed that things have been easier, things have been different for you in that second go around?
You know, definitely, it's definitely a learning process, and stepping into the roles of being more of a leader to the young guys and overall to the team. So, you know, being around this team for the past year, I've really, you know, just adapted off the atmosphere and environment. You know, I feel like really this environment, like this team really put me into my mode, which makes me just want to see nothing but success and want to go harder. So the more I've been around these guys, you know, the more I've become work driven and, you know, dedicated to them, and seeing how much and understanding, you know, each of my players, you know, we all have different backgrounds and history. And, you know, we all have different whys, or it could be the same why our mom or a little brother or a little sister or anybody. So you never, you know, when you learn what your teammate is doing it for, you know, it makes you go harder, because you know, now you know why they're doing it. You know why they're going 100% for their family, and you know, it just makes you want to help them more. Yeah.
Mike in the middle.
Did you know Tresman Marshall at all at Georgia, and have you got to know him here at all since he's been here?
Yeah, you know, Tresman is like my brother, so, you know, when he just came, he instantly just attached on. You know, I pretty much gave him the rundown, like, you know, fam, this is a tough atmosphere and environment, but, you know, as long as you know, Tresman, it was really nothing, you know, it coming from, you know, Georgia. He kind of like us being together, we always been kind of like work heads. So when he just got here, pretty much just like kind of put him on, and, you know, he's really adapting well. So, but yeah, that's my brother.
Last one, Cody.
I know open practice, spring game, watching games in the past, the DBs will sometimes do that like stab right away at the snap. As a receiver, what does that do when they're able to successfully do that, and also how do you beat that?
You know, immediately, you know, it can happen in multiple ways of a stab jam. You know, you can eliminate that with you know, dipping your shoulder, or depending on what leverage they are. If they're outside leverage and they're already giving you the inside, you know, you don't have to, you know, you can pretty much just attack the outside, you know, threaten the outside release, and if they can try to protect it, you know, slide in or slip inside. But you know, majority, you know, slip shoulders, hand-to-hand combat, stuff like that.
Thank you.
Appreciate y'all.